Welcome back, everybody, to Godwin Garage / Jack of all trades. Today I'm at a customer's house servicing an ozone system. For those of you that don't know what an ozone system is, it is a large pool-like filter in your storage tank that holds water. What it's for is to disinfect the tank and keep it from going stagnant. It also takes care of any kind of bacteria or anything in the water. So what the system does is it has the triple O unit on the wall. Inside you have a UV lamp that goes across here, and then an air pump right here, and then all it does is create air, goes through the lamp and creates ozone gas, leaves the can through this tube and goes to the storage tank. The storage tank on this system is right outside the wall right here. Sometimes they're quite farther away from the can, but yeah. So let me open this can up and you guys can see what it is inside there. I'm gonna set you guys right there, and I'll open it up real quick. All right, so as you guys saw, I took the two Phillips screws out, one there, one there. Once you get it out, there is the UV lamp, which with me being here servicing it today, this UV lamp's out of date. They're only 18 months life expectancy, and that's it. The air pumps can last, the whole time the can's up on the wall. It just depends on who services the filter. If you don't clean what is called a diffuser inside the filter, it can get the air system clogged up and it'll blow the air pump out. So as you saw, here's the lamp, air pump, you got a ballast. This creates the UV light. So it's the same thing as like HIDs of bright white or blue lights on cars. Same concept, that heats up the lamp and turns it on. So all this does is just disinfect. That's all it's for. And then, like I said, it goes over to the tank over on the other side. So to change the lamp, all you do is you undo the clip here. That goes to the ballast. Undo the hose right there, and undo these two smaller hoses off the air pump. While you're servicing, it's a good thing to have the power on. I turn it off so I can talk. It's kind of noisy sometimes, and you're going to want to check to make sure there's air coming out of both lines. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. This one's working. That one's working. Air pump's good. Another thing is when we'll put this UV lamp back in. So see the light. Oh, it's not turning on. So normally, oh, there it goes. So these, anytime you service, if this light is not on, it could be the lamp. So change the lamp. If you change the lamp and it's not on still, it's going to be the ballast. There's two different types of systems. So there's 240 volt systems and there's 110 volt or 110 volt or 120. This one's a 120. So it's, you just plug it into an outlet on the wall that you normally use for anything that you're using. you know, like lights or charging batteries up or whatever. The 240 volt system, you can't mix anything up. The only thing you can mix up in those things is the lamp. That's it. Other than that, you can't use the air pumps in the 240 volt system. You can't use the ballast in the 240 volt system, and vice versa. Let's see, anything else? So that's pretty much it in the can. So let me go back to undoing this clip. So after you do undo these hoses here, there's these two clips. You're gonna try to anyways. So the way that clip is, I'm gonna pull the top one out and up like that. Same thing with this one. There's a lamp. So I'll have to go grab the other one out of my truck. And that's pretty much it for the can. I'll grab the new lamps so you guys can see how they come in the package. Kind of hard to not see them. They're in a clear plastic bag. There it is. Grabbing some stuff for the filter. So you can get replacement parts for everything inside that can. The tubes, they go from the air pump to the lamp. You can order those from Triple O. You can order the air pump from Triple O. Ballast, UV, lamp. Let's see, filter, anything that has to do with the filter, all the replacement parts, everything like that. You can get through Triple O. So when you put these in, you don't have to, but for the next time you go to service, that way you kind of know when's the last time you put it in. Write the date on it. I don't know how many times I've gone to a job and changed the lamp out. They're like, oh, that's new. Should have wrote the date on it. I didn't know. And it's a peace of mind for you as well. So, you know, just write the date. Today is the 11th. Alright. So the tube that goes off of the UV lamp, that goes over to the tank. A bigger hose. You have two clamps that'll hold it on. One's for the lamp, the other one's for the can. There's a little bulkhead that comes out of the can. It's a stainless steel fitting. They clog up and they will rot eventually, which is kind of weird, but it rots. Everything rots over here. I'm over in California on the coast, so yeah. We get pretty bad rot over here. So, put this in there. Plug your hoses back in. Ballast in. bulkhead. That's the bulkhead right there. So you're going to take your clip, put it on. Get on there. All right. Smash it down. That's done. So that thing's ready. We turn that back on. Now see, this ballast is getting worn out. It's taking a little too long to light up. There it goes. This system's not that old. I'm the one that installed it here, so let's see. It was installed in 2019, May 29th of 2019. So for that ballast to take that long to light up, it's getting worn out. Part of the problem is you're supposed to have these things on all the time. The customer turns their power off when they're out of town. This is their vacation house. It's fine, but that really should be on all the time so it can disinfect your tank so it doesn't get stagnant water in there. That tank can start to stink, you know, especially if you have that for bacteria. So put your 2 Phillips screws back in. There's that. All right. So it's all buttoned up. Good for another 18 months. So, time for the tank. Stuff in my pockets. Actually, no, not time for the tank. I'm going to show you guys a few parts. All right, so on the bottom of the filter, when you pull it out of the tank, there's a flapper valve. That thing should be sitting flat the whole time. If it's you know, corroded or getting eaten away, you're gonna want to change it. If it can't sit flat and it's, you know, doing little waves on it when it's out of the thing, or it's just hanging down, it should go back to where it's supposed to be no matter what. It's this. So you just throw another one on. I grabbed one just in case. And then, like I said, there's a diffuser in the tank. Because this thing's off so many times throughout the year, when I change the lamp, I change the diffuser, which is pretty much what I do anyways. So that's the diffuser, you know, the big long piece with the white on it. These are called 0 psi check valves that keeps the water from sucking or siphoning back into this can. And then you have the neoprene tubing. This is interior tubing. This goes inside the tank. This is softer. It's a lot more easier to use. I use this stuff to go from the connection when it goes through the tank. I'll go from the old, or not the old, but this is harder tubing right here. So this stuff, if it's in the sun or anything like that, it gets really hard and crispy. So I'll transition from that to this neoprene tubing. And go down to the filter. All right, so let's go check out the filter so you guys can see that. Ouch. Fucking thing. Too much stuff all over the floor, all over the ground. Okay. Get up there. There we go. Okay. So, this is what it looks like inside the tank. A stainless chain. Stainless steel hook. My hat was in the way, sorry. Here's that tubing that I was talking about. So it comes from the wall right there, and it goes across this pipe right here, and then drops in right there. So all you do to service it is pull it up. Oh, come on. I'm gonna set you guys down for a sec. This thing out of here. Wow. That's difficult to get in there. I don't know if you guys can see that filter here. Set you guys up. So this is called a 100 square. To service it, you got your chain hooked onto this piece up top, right there, and then you got your tubing here with the diffuser at the end. This one looks good. I'm not going to change it. No point to. Oh. So you undo this top one right here. Pull it off. That's the lift handle assembly. Stick that to the side. You got another nut right here. You're gonna take this off. Then you got a top plate that goes on top of the filter. That comes off, and then you can pull the filter off. That's the filter. Like I said, kind of like a pool filter. Okay, so the standpipe looks like this. There's the flapper. Like I was saying, if it doesn't sit flat, which it always should, no matter what, it should always go back to there. Not sitting up, sitting directly flat, perfectly fine. This one's fine too. Makes it a little easier for the day. I've been going non-stop all morning. So to wash these, you have a wand. Right there. Got a pressure tip. I'm gonna grab a hose and show you guys how to wash it. beads on the end of the hose. It's like a spray, you know, a garden nozzle. Wash from the inside out, top to bottom, and then flip it over. done doing that, spray all the parts off, make sure there's nothing on them, and then put it back together. I'm going to do that now. This plate goes on a certain way. So you got that groove right here that fits inside the filter, right on top, and it holds it from moving around. If it's worn out, it won't sit right. It'll fall down and it'll go past the threads on top of here on this, and the filter will be going like this. If it does that, you got to change it. If you go to stand it up to wash it and it falls over, you got to change it, or if there's a bunch of holes in it, you'll know. It's got a guide pin on there, goes on the groove on here, just like that. This is the next piece that goes on after that plate. Thread it back on. Don't over tighten it because they are hard to get off. Okay. And then this piece here. This isn't too bad. If this thing's brown, dip it in muriatic acid. Keep it in there while you wash the filter. When you're done washing the filter and you're spraying all the parts off, take this out and spray it off too. Once you spray it off, make sure all the yellow stuff's off of it. That's fine. If you go to grab this and it's mushy, change it. And then as you're in the tank, you're going to check. As you pull up, you'll see if there's a hole somewhere, because it should bubble all the way until you get the filter out of the tank. If the bubbles disappear before you get the filter out of the tank, there's a hole in the tubing, and it's probably this stuff. So check all that.